Please proceed, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir,
so
you can proceed.
firstly, we will start our project with the search. Okay, so what do you mean by research? Research. What do you mean by research? Research. Anyone can explain what do you mean by research? What do you mean by research?
Checking on the facts of information, sir, again.
Again, re and search. Okay, so everything is developed. Okay, and you have to make some modification if you are doing or if you are creating anything newly, so that is a novel work. But mostly everything is done, and you have to work on the improvement of that particular thing. Okay, so what you will do, you will take any topic that is already done by someone, so there is always a scope to improve that thing. Okay, so let's suppose that we are taking one problem. So this group number one has decided to work on the COVID detection. Okay, so first of all, he has to understand the thing how we will detect this COVID. So there is one experiment that you take some physical samples from the patient, and you evaluate those samples. This is the one experiment. Second experiment, you take a CT scan of the chest and find out your lungs is full of that COVID or not. Then you identify these things, and you give the decision that this person is affected with the COVID or not affected with the COVID. Okay, but how you detect these things and how you will find out these research topics, and where is the resources, all resources available at one place. So you know how to research all those topics which we are facing problem day to day. Right now COVID is a very big problem. And have you studied anything related to the COVID where any researcher have given their paper how to detect the COVID? Are you able to find out any research article from any website? Can you name one of the website where you will find this COVID detection? All the papers are listed over there. Can you?
So जॉन्स हॉपकिंस यूनिवर्सिटी सर वो पब्लिश करते रहते हैं सर पेपर्स.
Okay, so one thing is that there is one university or one college, but I'm asking about bunch of papers. Those papers are placed in a library so that you can go to that place and download as many paper as on any topic, not for the COVID only.
गूगल स्कॉलर सर.
Google Scholar is one platform. Any other? Okay, so you are right. One platform is Google Scholar. Okay, Google Scholar is there. Second platform is ResearchGate. ResearchGate. Third platform is your IEEE Explore. Okay. Fourth platform is Elsewhere. Okay. Fourth is Elsewhere. Okay, Elsewhere Journal. Fifth is Valley Journal. Valley Journal. And there are so many other platforms where you can find out the top these research papers. So our university has taken the access of this IEEE, and these Google Scholar and ResearchGate are freely available. They are open source. You can go to the Google Scholar and ResearchGate and you can download the papers from there. But this IEEE, Elsewhere, and Valley, these are the reputed journal. So they publish the good scientific papers. That is SCI based paper. So SCI is a high standard paper. SCI stand for the Science Cited Index paper. So if you publish your Science Cited Indexed journal paper, then your research is considered as good one. Okay. So if these papers you are using as a reference, that means you are doing great work in your field. Okay. So if anyone published any paper in any of the free journal or any Google Scholars or ResearchGate free paid journals, so these research are not as good as the SCI publication. Okay. So our university has taken this IEEE Explore subscription. So you go there and search for the topic. So how you will search for the topic? I am opening a new tab, and I will write in a URL IEEE Explore. Okay. So when you open this website, you will see right here Chandigarh University access is given right here, and you can search any topic right here. Okay. I'm sharing this content or this website URL in your chat. You can click on this URL and you will redirect it to this website. So let's suppose that I am going to research on COVID detection. Okay. So COVID detection, and I'm using a latest technology. So which one is the latest? Deep learning, machine learning. Okay. So using machine learning or deep learning, you can write the search result like this. Okay. So I will search for COVID detection using deep learning. And after searching, you will find all the papers which is based on this COVID detection. So first preference you have to give on the journals. Okay. So journals are in good quality. So you can click on the journal and filter this. Okay. So if journal is not present, then you go with the conferences or other early access or so on. So you can see right here these papers are shown. Okay. So if you find that this paper is very much interested and it match your research, then you have to download this paper and you have to read this paper. So how to download this paper? Here you will find the PDF version. Right click on it and open it in new tab. So when you open this in new tab, you will find that this PDF will be open like this. Okay. So if you are present at your home place and you don't have the access of Chandigarh University, then I think you will not able to download this. So how you can download? You can use another platform, that is SCI Hub. SCI Hub. Okay. So you write in new tab SCI Hub and you will find first search result. So you will click on this, and what you have to do, you have to just copy the title of the paper. Okay, copy this thing, and you have to paste the title in SCI Hub to search this article. Okay. So if you are not able to find any access at your home place, then you can do this thing. Okay. So this is the one way where you can find. If this paper will be present in the SCI Hub, in SCI Hub, all the SCI papers are present. SCI is a science cited index. If this particular paper is not science cited index, that will not be present in this. Okay. So this is the one way. When you come to the university, or you can call to your friend, he can download all the papers from the university and he can send to you this paper. So there is so many things written in this paper. So firstly, you will not able to understand each and every point from this paper. Okay. So what you have to read from this paper? You have to read abstract and the conclusion. Abstract is the crux of the paper. Okay. You can see right here, these are the images for the COVID detection. So with the help of these X-ray images or CT scan images, you can find out this person is affected with the COVID or not COVID. Okay. So it will give you the uh, accurate output. Okay, so right here, this abstract and the conclusion is the crux of the paper. So everything which they work on is present inside this abstract. Okay, so you have to read the abstract and the conclusion part. Okay, and how you have to write the review paper, how you have to write the review paper. So firstly, you have to download minimum 10 to 20 papers. Okay, 20 papers you have to download, and you have to give the numbering of these paper like this. One, then you have to give the author name, that is XYZ. Okay, so after that you have to explain what is present in this paper. Let's suppose that you want to write a review for these papers, so you have to write down that XYZ professor proposed deep convolution neural network convolution neural network to detect COVID from CT scan images. Okay, so by seeing the figures, I have written that this XYZ professor proposed a deep convolution neural network to detect the COVID from CT scan images. So you can write further. First, you have written the technique. Okay, this is the technique which XYZ professor is using to detect the COVID. So you know that you have to use the deep convolution neural network. Okay, so after knowing that which technique they are using, you have to study this technique. Then you will apply the particular algorithm to your problem. Okay, so after writing the technique, you have to write down which database you are working on. Okay, so you can write here they have used, let's suppose that 1000 images from Kaggle. Okay, Kaggle site. Okay, Kaggle site as a as a database. Okay, database. So after that, you have to explain how you have trained your model. So you have written that how much images you have taken and from which source you have taken these images. Okay. After that, you have to explain the data sets format. Okay, so they have used JPEG images and divided those images into train, test, and validate folder. Okay, so we have only 10 minutes left for this session, so I will summarize all the topic which we have done, and then we will bind up. So in this manner you have to write down the review for each paper. Okay, so firstly you take 20 papers, read only abstract and conclusion part of that paper, and firstly you have to write the technique, then you have to write down which database they are using, then you have to write how they have trained their model, after training how they have achieved training accuracy, validation accuracy, and the test accuracy. After that, you have to give the comparison that they have compared their result with so and so paper. Let's suppose that this paper number 3 and paper number 7 is compared. So you have to write down like this. You don't need to write complete paper name. You have to write down the number of that paper which you have stored inside the references. Okay, so from by comparing their result with these papers, they achieved a good accuracy, that is 95, 97, whatever. So in this manner, you have to write down the review for each and every paper. So is it clear with everyone how to? First thing, you have to find out the research topic, then how to research on a problem, then you have to find out which technique other inventors are using, and what accuracy they are achieving, and how they have compared their result with the existing one. If you create your model in such a manner that your accuracy is better as compared to the other one, then your paper is going to publish. Otherwise, your paper is not going to publish in Scopus Index Journal. Is it clear with everyone? Quickly give your response in chat.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if your technique is new, then you can go with the patent filing also. Okay. If your technique is not novel or it is not new, then you cannot go with the patent file. Okay. So firstly, I will tell you how you have to write your Scopus Index paper. You have to follow this type of template. You have to write down the title first. Okay. After that, you have to give the information of all the authors. Let's suppose that there are 5 students in your group. So you have to give the detail of each and every student. Okay. So 5 students are there and one mentor is there. So this last is your mentor. That is your in charge for the group. Okay. So he will guide you throughout the semester. So sixth number you have to give to them. After that, you have to write the abstract. So abstract minimum you have to write with 150 to 250 word. Okay. So within this range, you have to write down the abstract. So abstract contain only the technique, then how you have used that technique to detect the particular problem, and how you achieve the results. You have to give some explanation about how you have getting these results, then you how you have compared your result with the state of the art method which earlier some authors or some researchers has proposed. After that, you have to give the introduction starting from the topic, and after giving introduction, you have to give the literature review. So second one is your literature review. Okay. So here you have to write down the 20 papers review, and at the last you have to find out that they have used such and such technique, and we found out that they are lacking with this type of problem, and we will work on that problem and we will solve this problem, and we will get the good result as compared to the other method. Then after that, you have to explain your own technique which you are working on. Okay. So after explaining your own technique, then you have to compare your technique with the existing one, and after that you have to plot the graphs. You have to give the tables also. You have to identify where your particular problem is lacking, and where your problem is excelling the other state of the methods. Then you have to give the conclusion of your paper. Okay. So after giving the conclusion, you have to give the acknowledgement to the professor, and after that you have to define the references. So that's all from my side. If you want to ask any question, you can ask any question right now. Okay. So in this manner, you have to create this Scopus Index paper. If you want to ask any question, you can ask question right now. Anything not understood to you? So in the next session, you have to search on the topic. Okay. On which particular topic you want to work, and decide your group route right now. Okay. So so that we can start working on the project. If you want to ask any question, you can ask your question right now. No question from your side?
No, sir. Understood.
Understood? Okay, so everyone write